What's up, everyone? Wanted to put together some more content here. This is going to be for the Pro division. We are going to be going through Boris Banko guides. He used Pro for this one, so we're going to also just follow suit and use Pro. So let's hop in here. As you can see, just going to get ready to go. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Boris Banko, let me show you from the store. We're going to be using Guide for Ultimate Golf as well, which is free for the Android and iOS users. If you're part of the Facebook community, there is in the Ultimate Golf game, Boris Banko. He's been posting his guides here. This is a Google Doc, so all you have to do is just click on the link there, and you will be able to follow along. I'm not going to actually do them on this device, but I'm going to do it in parallel. So for instance, if I was to click on this, you'll see that it'll just open up a slideshow. As you go through the slides, it's just going to basically pop and show you the setups. You can just zoom in, do whatever you want here. Really easy to follow instructions. Should make it a lot easier for you guys to shoot low scores. So I'm just going to follow suit with what Boris does. So we are going to use very similar. I'm going to go and equip Pro DX. And with the Pro DX, it looks like he also used the Fusion Club. So we're going to use Fusion. Of course, I'm just shy of a 7. Not overly concerned with that. But what we're going to do here is set up right around here. This is very close to the mark that he picked for a shot, which is kind of close to where these two fairways align. The other thing he did is he used the values from the Guide from Ultimate Golf app. So if I go into bag setup here, make sure that I get the correct bags on. We're going to go into the calculator. He went north with his wind. 17.3 is saying 14, 15 rings. So we're going to go 14, 15 at this angle. So let me pull 4.15 first. And then 10 additional. And then the other step that he does is click straight forward up to max. So what we're going to do here is just get this as close as possible. Our wind is 17.3. He made a note on that. The 17 winds is right around 5.8 on the topspin. So instead of going 6 topspin, so this is 5, we're going to pull just slightly short of this last tick mark. So that's what we're going to do. And then if you'll notice, he also has a nice guide set up for showing exactly what the ball power looks like. So he used right around half ball power. So I'm going to kind of just match and parallel, very similar to the curl that he did. It did say great shot, but I don't think I pulled that. I think my timing was good enough. So let's just see how this runs out. It looks like it's given us a very nice run. And if you wanted to really hone in on this and potentially get a hole-in-one, that's what that practice is going to be useful for. So if you do see those practice tokens, definitely something worth encouraging and really trying to hone in on if you're really trying to put together a really special round for this tournament. So that is hole number 1. You can see a nice, easy drive the green, 1600, 17, 1800 tiebreaker. Should be very easy for you guys to whip together. Best of luck with that one, and I will see you guys up on hole 2. Let's get looking for that one. I believe he used Pro D1 with this. So Pro D1. So really cheap on the balls, making it easy for you guys to put together nice shots. It looks like he used 1 full backspin and then 1 on the side spin. So I'm going to just use the side spin, put it right on that tick mark there. And it looks like he was right around 2.5 rings short of the hole. So that's where we're going to put this. 8.6 is saying that it's a pretty good wind, and for Bigfoot 10, 8.6 is saying 8.13 rings. So if we put here and then pull 8.13 rings, should be a very nice adjustment. So let me get to true north here. We're going to try to keep this as straight as possible and then go 8.13 rings. 8.13 rings is a very large pull. And it looks like just able to get that in the screen here. So 8.13 right around there. And if you really want to hone in on this one and potentially get the drop, utilizing that practice is going to make it that much easier. You can see I'm just 1 tick mark off. That last extra tick mark that I put on is the only reason that I missed that. And like I mentioned, if you want to use the practice token, very easy for you to see. Okay, well, we adjusted 1 tick mark too much. The next time that you play it on your next shot, you just make 1 little micro adjustment difference. So very easy for you guys to just make little, ever so gently tweaks and put together really nice rounds using free-to-play balls. So you'll see, very easy to navigate through these tournaments and put yourself in a good position for the weekend round. So we are going to roll through here, set ourselves up for a pro trophy for hole number 3. And it looks like Max for Fusion. It looks like he's also over here towards the rough. So to make it easy, and this is very close to the edge, so we're just going to put it right there on the edge. And then we're going to adjust, very similar to the way that Banco does for his adjustment. So he is mentioning to go with full top spin and then some right spin. So we'll use 4 right spin. And then he also mentions to go whatever the difference between the value is. So between 4 and 5 is 0.7. So we're going to adjust 0.7 rings here. And that's saying to go 0.57 rings. So very small adjustment. And what this small adjustment does is it just makes it easy for you guys to get out into the same position in the fairway over repeated results. And the reference yardage that he mentions is this should get us... Oh, he also mentioned max OP. I didn't do max OP. So I was supposed to go max OP. This is going to put me just a little bit farther back in the fairway. So as you can see, it looks like I wound up. That was 5 yards short of the target yardage. So with that being said, it's going to change our adjustment slightly. So the first thing I notice is it looks like he uses full backspin to right spin. So we're going to go and set that up very similarly. And then we are going to get our alignment right on the hole. And it looks like about more or less 2.75 rings from the pin with the 10. And it looks like that is very close to the position that we want. So all of that looks good. And then the other thing that he mentioned was P0. Max value for the Bigfoot. So P0 max value. So here for 3.7. Is saying 3.4 rings. Keep in mind I'm just a little bit farther, so I'm going to go just a little bit beyond this. So I'm 5 yards shorter. So since I didn't use my OP, but if you want to really, hone in on that hole, the practice will give you a good way to get in there close, utilizing that practice. And alternatively here, we are going to go 3.4. I'm going to go probably right around 3.5. So an extra, just a little bit of an extra, because we're 5 yards farther from the hole. So as you can see, it's coming in just a hair too light. So with the extra 5 yards, should have just gone just a little bit. One extra, maybe two extra tick marks there, and we would have got that drop. So as you can see, very easy to follow. And I highly recommend you guys using these guides. They make it super easy for you guys to hone in on the hole and potentially get very easy drops without too much effort. I'm going to split these up into 3 hole segments. So that is holes 1 through 3. If you're on the lookout for holes 4 to 6 coming up, just go to YouTube and try to search for those holes as well. Best of luck out there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.